Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back. We're back at it again, man. Mixed Plate Podcast number 2. Been super stoked on the response and everybody listening in. As always, thank you so much for your love, your support, your suggestions, all that good stuff. We love you guys and really can't thank you enough for listening in, taking some time out of your day just to hear what the hell we've been doing, man. It's awesome. We appreciate it. This time we're joined by none other than our homies Jade and Narek of the 900 Block. I think I met these guys a little bit less than a year ago or something like that. It's crazy, we've become pretty close friends in the short time that we've known each other, and we've been able to do some pretty cool stuff together, if I can say so myself. These guys really gave me a shot, and quite honestly were the door that kind of just opened a whole bunch of opportunities, friends, experiences, just everything, man. I couldn't be more stoked to have these dudes in my life. But anyway, enough of my talking. Let's get right into it. Podcast numero dos. Give it up for the 900 Block.
Big Dog's house.
Sponsored by Jose.
Sponsored by
Slip and slide. Slip and
Slip and flip.
Live from Slip and Flip.
Yeah, live from Slip and Flip.
Yeah.
That's epic. That makes it an event. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Live from Slip and Flip 2017.
All right, what up, guys? We're back. This is Mixed Plate Podcast number 2. We're at our homie Jose Alejo's house. Just having a little, what is it called? Flip and flip?
Slip and Flip. Volume 2.
Volume 2. We got the decks going on. We got Dirt Vibes
We in the back house.
in the back house, chilling in the trap house. This episode, we're here with our homies Narek and Jade of the 900 Block. These guys have been more than a blessing for all of us. We've been super blessed to work with them, be friends with them, and just kick it, man. So yeah, it's me, and we got Hector, we got Narek, and we got Jade on this one. Say what's up, guys.
What up? This is Hector.
What up? This is Narek.
This is Jade. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, man. I mean, like, let's just get right into it, man. Talk a little bit about how 900 Block got started.
900 Block started a little under 2 years ago, about a year and 7 months, and I mean, Narek and I had just pretty much just been involved with music for the most part for the last couple of years. Been to a lot of events, a lot of bars, warehouses. I mean, what else?
Yeah,
Clubs.
not really as far as like spinning music. We didn't really grow up playing instruments or anything like that, to be honest.
Maybe not DJing as far as
DJing
mixing,
goes.
yeah.
I know Jade was a pianist.
Nice.
At a point in time in his life.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like to hit the
dabbled.
bongos, I guess.
Yeah, Bongo Man.
But yeah, man, we grew up just super influenced by all types of music. Just remember being 18 and hyped to go to EDC. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we started, got a little older and mature, started going to Low End Theory and vibing with all the crazy, funky music that got played there, and just
Just being a part of different scenes, going to a lot of places, and like somehow figuring out that we kind of wanted to do the same thing. We know the people. We had the friends of ours that were producers, that are artists, that are clothing vendors, that we figured we could try to build a community with from the ground up, kind of.
I think we already had that community because, like he said, like our friends, majority of our friends were like spinning music,
Yeah.
we're making music, we're constantly like going to shows together. I think it hit us when we were like starting to attend other people's events, and we were just like, what if we just did one on our own?
Yeah.
Like, got all our homies to come, all our homies to spin, and like you said, vendors. So we bring live painters.
Create a
and
culture.
Create a culture, I guess, but just see what would happen. And I mean, it hit it off. First event, a bunch of people came, supported. I don't think we thought it would be a hit, and I didn't think we would, shit. It's been what, year and 8 months, year and 7 months.
Year and 8 months. It's kind of weird
Looking at
because
what it is now, it's kind of tight.
yeah, that first party was more of a party. That's the thing. It started off as like, okay, we got a venue. Let's invite all of our friends and people we know to come and have a party. And slowly, it kind of turned into having events, having to reach out to people that we're not familiar with, reaching out to crowds that we wanted to be a part of our crowd, and just build, bring everybody together, kind of thing.
So I mean, it sounds it was just like very organic. It was like you guys were just fans of music
everything.
and the scene, and then it was just like, well, shit. I mean, let's try and do our own.
Yeah.
Which is dope. You know what I mean? I think that's the coolest thing about like the dance music culture is like, it's feasible. You know what I mean? It's not like this thing
Right.
that's unattainable. You know what I mean? It's like you can do it.
Yeah, the
Especially with,
market's
the right
there.
crowds.
Yeah, the market's there. I mean, everybody loves music for the most part, in one way or another. So if you tap into what kind of music you want other people to enjoy, you'll find that market pretty quick.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like, yeah, because you're saying you guys you've been doing it for like a year and a few months. Now?
Almost 2 years. Year and 8 months.
Almost 2 years.
Started December of 2015 was our first event.
Yeah, so this December should be a 2-year.
2-year anniversary.
That's pretty crazy, man. I mean,
Time flies. That's all I gotta
I mean,
say.
it's been 23 events in a year and 8 months. 23, 24.
I think I'm not. He's down to keep counting.
I'm keeping count.
I don't think I'm gonna keep counting anymore.
Yeah, this log.
yeah, I mean, like that's pretty dope. That in the 2 years, like now you guys are booking, like arguably some pretty big names in the underground world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is like,
I mean, yeah, they're above ground too. To be honest, within our community, they're big names, but
You got people from Desert Hearts and whatever.
big labels, man. We just did something with Pink Mammoth, Desert Hearts as well, and some track music. So I think what it is just building friendships with these people, and like I said, been growing up going to their events, seeing them perform, and bringing such an amazing vibe to a dance floor. I think the fact that we're even like involved in it, it's kind of tight.
Yeah.
Especially not being DJs. That's always the one thing that I kind of never figured out.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
cool.
like not being artists, but still trying to figure out a way to get the scene that we like to have them.
Because a lot of people
create it.
start their stuff and they're DJs.
Yeah.
But there's also, like you guys. I mean, there's more people, but there's you guys who just do it for the people
Right.
too.
By
not
the
just
people, for the
yourselves.
people.
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah, which is rad. Because like we're doing this because we're DJs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so it's
Right.
like it's obvious that we want to go like throw
Right.
parties and do podcasts and make like the whole thing.
Sure.
But for you guys, it's different because you guys aren't. So that's like what is that? What makes what's your drive? Like what makes you want to do these things?
Honestly, after every event, if I see people happy, like that they listen to good music, they made friends, they got to network within whatever business that they're involved with, that makes me happy. Straight up. Either if it's 20 people at a party or 2,000 people at a party, that makes me happy. That makes me feel like shit. The 900 Block did a great party, got all these people together under one roof, all like-minded individuals, and had a good time, had a party. Like
Yeah.
straight up.
Not only
that
that,
makes me
you're
feel good.
connecting people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So many
I've,
people.
I've met so many people from y'all's
Yeah.
parties that like
That's great.
now are just great friends.
It's exactly
awesome.
what
We
it
all
is.
have.
And even booking like these bigger headliners, I guess you could say, that are so great and so big in the community, they become friends, kind of.
Yeah.
Then we start supporting one another. That's the goal. So it's not
building
like,
a
hey, I want to
community.
pay you an X amount of money, come to my party, leave, and then we never speak again. It's like, cool. Like, I'm gonna come to your shows from now on even more. I'm gonna try to support you as much as I can, and vice versa.
What about you? Anything? I'm guessing similar to like what Narc said. Like why? Like since you're not an artist, like what is the driving force behind doing these things?
I mean, for me, I like the curating part. I like making an event. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
It's a challenge or something.
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
kind of thing. Like
it's just I like when people decide that they're gonna go to a certain place and you're the place that they're deciding to go to. Like people making the decision, like, hey, we're all collectively going to this place because we know that it's gonna be a good time, because we know the music's good, because all our friends are gonna be there, because we've been supporting them and they support us whenever we have events. It's honestly about, I want to build our own community. I want to build a scene that we created, that people are coming to our events but going to Mixplate, they're going to Teclopatic, they're going to Forward Rhythms events, they're going to Desert Hearts, they're going to Pink Mammoth, they're going to see individual people at clubs, at bars, at warehouses, at venues. I just like it. I just like making the good time for somebody else. Honestly.
That's dope. That's super selfless and like I mean, and that's what's crazy about like I think we talked about this in the last podcast, but like the camaraderie in dance music in general is like something that I've never ever seen. Like I was a part of like the punk rock scene, which there's mad love in the punk rock scene, like hip hop. You know what I mean? There's like, but like the dance. Why do you guys think that is? Like the dance music thing is super collectively like just love
Just good vibes.
Everybody is happy.
Happy.
Straight up, like you can only be happy. Even if you play the darkest, dirtiest techno, you're still happy.
Yeah, everyone's vibing.
You're still
The thing is,
vibing
everyone's
off
on the same
everyone.
tip. When everyone starts vibing with each other, when you see that everyone's having a good time, it's just. I mean, for me personally, like I see it through the same way as the skateboarding community. Like everyone, like when someone's trying to get something done, everyone else is supportive and everyone's having a good time. So when it does happen, that energy is ecstatic. Everybody's hyped. Everybody's congratulating each other. So when you go to an event and everybody wants to have a good time and the music's good, you're like, cool. We all came here and we all figured out that this is exactly where we need to be for tonight.
I've never heard that before. Dance music compared to skateboarding culture, because I fucking get it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
you get
like,
hyped.
yeah, like when you're skating, you see your homie trying to do something, and it's like you see him struggling, and then like he lands, and everyone's just like so pumped for him, like.
So for it.
Yeah.
Everyone's about it. Everyone's out to go. I might not necessarily want to get a trick that day, but I've been going to the same spot with him for the last 3 days, and he's been trying to get this. So when he lands it, I feel like I landed it, and I'm like, cool, we came here for a reason.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
So many times.
I never thought about that. That's totally true. Fucking A, man. That's dope. Let's talk about a little bit like so. What does the name mean? Because everyone's like, what the fuck is the 900 block? Like, what is that?
The 250 block, the 300,
Yeah, like what?
750,
What is
725 block.
like what is that?
I mean, it's been
I've
called
like- I think
everything
I've
from
gotten
one
every
to
number
1,000, yeah, 1 to 1,000. But 900 block was so we lived on the same block. Like we lived a couple of streets away from each other when we first started coming up with everything.
Okay.
And one of the venues, the first venues that we talked about was a friend of ours had a venue, or he had a warehouse in Glendale, and it was on the same block. It was like literally down the street from us. So that entire pocket of where we were was the 900 block of Glendale. And every time we would pass by a bridge, it would say like 900 block, and it would have an arrow. So I would see it every time, and I was like, dude, this is the spot. This is 900 block. It's where we live. It's where the warehouse is at, and we kind of just like, okay, we'll do it until we come up with something better.
We were pretty much like, cool, first party right here down the street, Glendale, 900 block. Like, fuck it, let's just run with this. And literally like a week before confirming a date with this venue, like someone
Flooded
threw
the
like a
bathroom.
crazy party there and just destroyed the house, and the guy was just like,
Dude, they destroyed the warehouse.
yeah, they destroyed the warehouse and his living space, and he pretty much was like,
Broke a toilet and
yeah.
flooded the whole thing. He had like it was like an art school that was having an event.
It was
and
just
they
like
broke
something
the
super
toilet.
unorganized, which me and this guy went.
Yeah, we went to that event
vibe out
too.
there to check it out.
And it
We
happened
didn't
after we
see all
left.
that stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It was just we were like,
was
fuck.
on-
Well, now we can't really do it at the 900 blocks. Should we still call
So we
it
just
the 900?
yeah.
So we were
just
just like,
holding
fuck it. We're gonna run with run with this name, and I mean, it
Kinda
is us
stuck,
pretty
yeah.
much. It's cool.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, you know, like when you see the name 900 block, you're thinking it's gonna be like some super crazy weird fucking thing. Like, nah, it's over the grip, motherfucker. Like, that's it. Like,
No joke, I live on the 900 block on my street.
Perfect. Everyone's got a little 900 block.
On my like street parking thing, it says the 900 block on the back. Yeah, he pointed it out.
Perfect.
So random.
Perfect.
I was like, hey, squad. We're everywhere. Oh, let's. Speaking of your first event, let's get into that a little bit. Like, what was the first event you guys threw? What was it like? Take me through the whole process from like what did you feel planning it? How did it go? And then the aftermath.
So like when this original venue didn't work out, we're like, shit, plan B now.
Yep.
So we happened to be at a friend of ours threw like a birthday party renting a warehouse out.
Downtown LA, I'm assuming.
It was like
Boyle
Boyle
Heights.
Heights. It was like Boyle
Boyle
Heights.
Heights. Okay.
And I mean, it was a great venue. It was two
stories,
floors. It had an outdoor patio, and
It had lighting, it had
I
sound,
mean,
everything was hooked
and
up.
then
Beautiful.
being there with other like friend of ours, like some of our other homies that actually DJ, they were like, dude, yeah, I've been here before. Like, I actually spent some music here before. There was like an art show going on. Like, really? So, let's like tap into this. Made the call. Next thing you know, we booked a night, and we were just like, holy shit, it's about to go down.
And we started doing it every 2 Thursdays. First event was Thursday night.
Okay.
And then the owner pretty much tried to figure out like what kind of residency we wanted to have there. Do we want to do it once a week, once a month, whatever? And what's that?
Sorry, was this at a venue or a bar?
It was
or-
it was a warehouse.
Oh.
It was a
So
warehouse,
it was like a
two-story
two-
warehouse in
yeah.
Boyle Heights. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. We started doing it every 2 Thursdays. We called it Thirsty Thursdays because that was just, I mean, that just made sense.
Fuck
as
it,
far
we
as
were all
yeah.
thirsty on a Thursday, and
Ratchet
It
up.
worked
wanted
out.
to
I
keep
mean,
it going.
yeah, it started as like parties. It started as like, okay, one of our homies is having a party at a warehouse. Cool, let's go to the party because we all went to the same high school, whatever. And it's, attendance went from, 30, 40, 50, 60 people every 2 weeks. Some weeks would be less because people are like, oh, we'll just go in 2 weeks. Like, we don't need to necessarily make it out to everyone, which kind of hurt us sometimes,
But that was the cool thing about it, because we were like so new to it. We're like, let's just keep it every 2 weeks.
trials and tribulations kind of.
And we started seeing like what works, what didn't work. But like we did twice a month for about 8 months.
months, 6, 8
I think
months.
it was 8 months almost, if not. And I mean, it was interesting, man. Seeing a party like we had a Thursday and it was like 300 people there, which like blew my mind. So then we were like super hyped, like hell yeah, in 2 more weeks we're gonna have another
But
packed
see-
house. It's gonna be a good party. And we had like
and next
40
70
people there.
Because the thing was, it was 2 floors, and we had we had Chingon tacos like up top on the top floor. So to have 2 floors and to have 60 people there split into half the people upstairs smoking, eating, chilling, and then trying to provide a dance floor for the DJs and not having a sometimes it was just like, okay, well, this didn't work out when the next or the week before we just had our St. Patrick's Day event, and that one had wall-to-wall people. Like, it was, that difference really came like roller coaster some weeks.
But I think that's what set us apart, because I think we could have gave up like the 3rd month or something. Like, fuck this.
Like third
But
party.
something like that, But I think the fact that like between our community, between our friends, are like, oh yeah, we can go to the 900 block event this Thursday.
Yeah.
Like the fact that that was around
In the conversation.
in a conversation, like it pretty much made it all, to what it is now. Because we kept pumping them out no matter what.
I mean, it became, because the thing was, at first it's not that we were doing it for ourselves, but at first we were kind of having events because we wanted to have events. We wanted to show that, hey, we could do it. And eventually it turned into like, we have faith in our artists, and we know that if we keep putting these people on lineups, if we keep incorporating this crew or that crew or this venue, or they know people that own another venue and they have residencies, like, we knew it would get to the community, exactly what we wanted to do. So we kind of just kept pushing for it, whether you guys liked it or not.
I think that's kind of cool that you all like pushed everything quick. Like what was it?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks a month.
Every 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
every
So
2
two
weeks,
events.
yeah,
a month,
instead of like once every, because you learn so much within that
Right.
time, and now you're doing it every so often. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, because like with the mixed play, we're doing it like every 2 months, every 3 months. But like you guys really like put yourselves under the gun to like
Yeah.
make this
Have the
work.
event
Like,
happen.
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like you gotta be on your shit. Like
It's just, I don't know, it's just staying consistent,
Relevant,
staying
yeah.
relevant, staying consistent, having events to keep putting artists that we've never had on our lineup more frequently.
That was, like that was just the formula we worked with starting. So I mean, we had to graduate from that kind of
Yeah.
to like, okay, cool. I think now we can have 1 a month, maybe get lucky and do 2 a month. But I think it was for the better. It literally like trial and error for like 6 to 8 months nonstop, and then finally figuring out the formula where it started working.
Which the thing I think we figured out kinda, which is where I ultimately want like 900 Block to be, is having our own space, having something that can operate as like a bar, a warehouse, specific, that kind of event, and having a playground, having a festival, having 2 different ends of what kind of events we're trying to have, not just throwing a party, have an event. No matter where it is, it's going to be the same kind of thing where people come and go.
Yeah.
Let's say like playground, we had 2 last year, 1 this year, and we want to do it once a year, to where we can have a yearly mini festival, whatever it is that we're trying to do. But in the meantime, have nights at Pattern Bar, nights at Broadway Bar, work with Raw Artists Collective, have an event with them, Unison with Mixplate and Teclopathic, and those in-betweens between the bigger events is what I want to do at the same,
that, yeah. So like I mean, with that being said, talk a little bit about like, cause you guys have playground, which is like the outdoor thing, the hideaway things. Like, talk about a little bit about like the different kind of parties you guys have been doing.
Yeah. Hideaway. Well, we did playground first before we came up with hideaway. Yeah, playground was last year.
Playground was first.
The playground, because we had Mr. Smith is a friend of ours. He is friends with a person who had that space that we had playground with initially. So we went there, beautiful, beautiful home, backyard, pool, basketball court, and we figured why not do a summer pool party. Yeah, exactly, summer pool party. Because the friends that we know, the musicians, the people, the artists, they're all about that. The daytime, the good vibes, the park vibes, the festival, daytime kind of thing. So it turned into, okay, what kind of theme can we use with a backyard, pretty much. And we were spitballing words, everything from zoo to we ended up with playground. Yeah, zoo. That was.
I think the what we wanted to do at playground was like shit. Like, we're all fucking kids at heart. I mean, yeah, we come to parties and we listen to great music and dance, but we kind of wanted to just provide space where we had multiple vendors and painters involved,
Games.
Literally games everywhere. So you were like,
Nintendo 64, Mario Kart,
Mario
yeah,
Kart
that's
all
right.
day.
Yeah, beer
just
pong
bring
tournaments.
that environment with the music dancing environment, and I think it was a success right off the bat because people were super hyped. Like, not everybody, let's say, wants to like jump off, get to a party and just start dancing and getting drunk and whatever it is. So they kind of warm up to the party. They get to play, a couple games, mingle with people, check out some art,
Swim.
eat a fat, tasty burrito from Chingon.
Shout out Chingon.
Shout out
Shout out Chingon Catering.
And
Delicious.
quesadillas in the
Yeah.
game, bro.
Oh, man.
Everything, like everything.
And then walk into the dance floor,
And then run to the porta potty after. Because you ate way too much food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playground was the more fun one. Playground was the more festive. It was the more summertime good vibes. Hideaway was different. I mean, Hideaway I feel like just the name itself has a different tone. We wanted to do an after hours, underground warehouse kind of heavy, deep, dark kind of vibe, and we wanted to do minimal lighting in the warehouse. So we kind of just, same thing, spitballing words. I don't even remember what other options we had. We had.
I mean, let's just say we hit Hideaway first try.
Yeah, right. We did
But,
Hideaway first try.
I mean, we found, again, same thing. We ended up at a warehouse party that we totally dig. That's actually one of the first parties you and I got to meet, Alika.
Yeah.
Lamp.
Yeah.
Lamp.
Yeah, lamp.
It was a lamp event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
Hector
were there
too.
Yeah.
It was like
that was an interesting night.
Yeah.
it was,
For some reason, me and Hector's pupils were wide open, and what's his name?
it's really dark there. Come on.
PZB.
EZB. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was an awesome lamp event, and then
It's Sand, I think too. It was Sand.
Sand was
Yeah.
DJing,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
mean, we had a great time. We liked the
Yeah.
space, and then next thing you know, next day
We were in
we're
it.
reaching out and setting up interviews to just meet with this dude, and
Yeah.
it
was
went
great.
from there.
Worked
And
out.
I mean, our first Hideaway was a December event. It was actually our 1 year
That was
anniversary.
our 1 year anniversary.
event.
That's right.
Hint to the 2 year anniversary event, December.
Tentative.
Stay tuned.
Tentative.
Which, Alika, did you play the first one or the second one?
I think I played the
Second
second
one.
one, right? Yeah,
Second
yeah. It was with Dylan. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I didn't play that one with Dylan. I forget. I don't remember.
No, that was the first one.
No, it was the second one.
No?
I think I opened the second one because I was opener, and I remember that was the first time that there was enough people.
It was the first one. It was Kevin Anderson,
Oh,
Harrison,
right.
Rilo,
Yeah,
Donald
that
Thumb,
was the first
Susio,
one. That's
and
right. Oh yeah, and Susio. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It
second
the
one
first
was Anton Tumas, Naira Hard,
Yeah, that's right. That's
Mr.
right.
Smith, Panther,
Yeah.
more than just
No, but yeah, that was the.
drops.
That was
Name dropping.
yeah. The
Can you talk about how you guys met?
Oh
That was a
man.
fun little story.
Yeah, we actually talked about that on the last podcast.
Wow.
It's so bizarre.
Take it away.
Well, shit, dude. Joseph, young Jedi, he's actually on his way, and hopefully he can make it here in time so he can join this podcast.
Oh my God.
He was pissed about the last
I
day.
totally remember that.
Yeah, so Joseph went to it was 900
He was-
block early
He was.
days, right?
It was actually the warehouse we were working with.
Okay,
Like the twice a
twice a month. one.
twice a month,
Yeah.
and It was actually my birthday. The party ended up landing on my birthday. We had a wild party, super fun. And I remember Joseph, our friend, Mr. Young Jedi, just having a fucking great time at the party, popping off. Realized, I mean, shit. Yeah, he was a great friend and realized he was having a great time. It was dark in there too. And top it off, I see him. I mean, I worked at the mall at the time, and I'm on break, and I see this man, and I'm like, holy shit, that dude was like dancing like an animal at the party. So I had to stop him, and I was like, yo, what up, man? Like, remember me? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you were at our party, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, you gotta meet my buddy Alika. He DJs, man. He comes out with a shopping cart.
Oh, that's
he straight
right.
Up puts
the
his
shopping cart in Hollywood. I forgot
puts
about
the shopping
that.
cart with like a bunch of lights on it. Hooks it up with portable speakers.
I
and
literally Googled that, by the way.
puts his tractor
Straight
on.
up Googled
Puts
it.
his tractor on that thing and just cruises, Hollywood Boulevard, just playing music. I was like, what? Just the fact that he said that, I was like already like, yeah, I want to meet this guy. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, hold my.
So
I call you an Uber over.
We ended up meeting. Yeah, we ended up meeting with you, Alika, and we hit it off right away. I mean, put you on Hideaway Volume 1.
Playground, the first one.
Playground,
Second
first
one,
one,
too.
Second
and
one,
dude, we
too.
already we're all good friends now. It's fucking crazy.
It's so like.
It's what we wanted to do. It's a family. We're creating a
Yeah.
family because now
Actually,
we hit each other up.
You guys hooking me up with the second playground actually got me way more shows.
Good.
And it was hard
yeah.
for me to get shows because I usually play weird shit, and that doesn't always go.
We
for
like
parties.
the weird shit.
We are the
I
weird.
respect that. That's awesome.
Forever weird.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's true though, because like most of these shows that we go to are all house and techno, and Hector plays like the future-based stuff, the hip-hop shit, the weird shit, and so yeah, like I mean, it's just bizarre that we all fucking met each other and know
but
each other, like,
y'all know, through you guys, I met Ford Rhythm, who play like everything else,
Right,
through,
right,
like other
right.
people. So it's like,
technopathic, like it's like that's
You
why
mean
like
telepathic.
Say it right. Shout out telepathic.
Shout out to Dirt Bikes.
Cut that out.
We love you, Lewis. You listen to this, we fucking love you, you ass. No, but yeah, it's just like it's crazy, and like you know what? I knew we were gonna be friends when we started talking about skating. We were
yeah.
we were gonna go to taco shop.
Tacos.
In, like, Silver Lake or some shit.
What was it called? Not
Fucking
Dukes.
Diablos. or
Diablos.
something.
Diablos. Yeah.
It's fucking
We had trouble
hot ass.
finding it too at some point.
Played it
That was.
hot
I
ass.
remember that. Yeah, that was the
and,
first
like,
time.
y'all
that
talking
was
about
dope.
skating, and I was like, oh shit, y'all skaters? Like, oh, we could be friends, bro. Like,
The
which is
skate
rad.
community is strong, just as strong as the
Dance
music
community.
community. Yeah, the dance community. It's
And
crazy.
that correlation that you just brought, Jade, earlier about the whole dance music and the skating culture. I mean, like I think extreme sports in general, because it has that same kind of like thing where like even like with DJs, like I don't hear a lot about. I mean, you hear about stupid beats, but for the most part, it's just like, yeah, dude, like yo, check this track out, check this, try this thing. It's like super like friendly, kind of like it's like
Yeah, we kind of
it's like
feed off
a
of
bro.
each
It's
other's
like-
energy,
Yeah,
pretty much. It's good
yeah.
to share, knowledge between everybody and
Yeah.
just vibe it out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, shit, man. I mean, honestly, Mixplate wouldn't have happened without you guys because you guys were the first. Because, like, I played shows here and there, but, like, and, like, to be fair, I forced myself into your guys' lives. I was like,
Not at all.
I was
Not
like,
in the
well,
slightest.
not like forced, but I was just like, no, I was like, babe, I met these fucking dudes, and like they throw fucking like they throw parties,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna fucking like just inject myself, like,
Yes.
just to like be a part of it, like
As it should be.
I don't
As
even
it
care if you
should
guys
be.
want a video. I'm gonna fucking make a video. You guys, I'm gonna make you a fucking flyer. Like
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
do whatever the fuck I can do to like be a part of this thing. And like, but you guys are the first crew to like fuck with me like that.
That right there is like puts a smile on my face because it sparked, what you love to do. It carried what you love to do. So
I mean, it helped produce what you love to do. It put you.
Exactly.
It gave you a space to do what you do best, and that's what we do. Because, like you said, we don't DJ, so it's not like. A lot of times, I feel like with artists or events that I go to, it's I know who set up the event, and it's like they're catering kind of to their sound because they're DJs and it makes sense. But it's like since he and I don't have deep house, tech house, playa tech, whatever genre you can think of. Like we don't have a sound to ourselves. It's like we can pick whatever. We could pick two people that were like, okay, these are the people we want to showcase.
Yeah.
Let's curate around them. What's gonna make them look good? What other artists complement them? And it's worked out. It's crazy. And you've been there since the beginning. Hector Evade Robots has been there since the beginning. Everybody, all the crews that we fuck with for the most part are family now.
And we're only getting bigger.
We're only getting started.
Yeah, it's the beginning, bro.
All right, cool guys. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little break here. Take a listen to Stefan Say from the 900 block, the last playground party they threw. He actually closed the night out, right? Yeah, he closed the night out. Smash it like he always does. I don't know how Stefan always gets the illest
He's the best.
spot.
Dude, he'll
Always.
show up to a party,
He just-
play for an hour, destroy, and just disappear.
Yeah, like, all right,
With the always with the Pellegrino.
And he had another show that night.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's what it's about.
We're gonna take a little break, guys. Check out Stefan. We'll be back in a bit.
You want me to give you a testimony about my life? And how good he's been to me. I don't know what to tell you about him. I love him so much with all my heart and my soul.
right, guys, how's it going? We're back with the homies Narek and Jade from 900 Block. That was a little snippet of Stefan Say from the last 900 Block Playground Party, which was, man, I feel like the Playground Party is like, that's the one, dude. Like, I feel like maybe I'm biased because because that's the first thing I did with you guys, but like all of our friends are like, yo, when are your friends doing that playground thing again, dude? Like,
Well, that's nice to know. It's nice to hear.
yeah, I mean, like, you guys put a lot of effort into
That's
it, man.
I mean that's our production. That one's from the ground up, pretty much just us fully immersed in every little part of what needs to happen or needs to be made for the party. A lot of venues that we go to, everything's already done.
Yeah.
Everything's already set up. We just curate. We we
Yeah.
do the marketing, we do the promoting, we find the people.
Yeah.
But Playground is the one that we want to make because that's our vision encompassed into like a small festival kind of thing.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, like, just like when I got to set up the speakers and then I saw that tent that was folded over that got broken.
The gazebo.
The gazebo thing, I was just like, oh
Destroyed.
man. But like, it just, and I think everyone who came to Playground was just like, oh wow, like, boys put in work, dude. This looks really good. This is like, and I think is like, I feel like that's your guys' forte. Yeah, like that's your thing. Like, you guys aren't DJs, you guys are musicians, but you guys like know how to like build cool shit. Like, you guys built that
was this
playground
guy.
thing.
That was all
Narc,
hard.
and you did that shit. Yeah.
Playground
dude.
sign?
Yeah.
They
Hobby
make
Lobby.
shit happen.
Yeah,
They
shout out
make
Construction
shit
Academy, Mr. Foster.
Yeah,
Right.
like
4 years.
It's super cool. Like, you know, like I always appreciated like going to, you know, music festivals where like heavy on the decoration and the
Right.
art stuff, and I feel like you guys are like kind of taking note from that. Right?
It's
Like,
aesthetics.
Yeah, it is the aesthetics, and it's kind of nice to be able to provide that as far as like playground goes, because we do have to do everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have came to that backyard and just swam in the pool and kicked it, but the fact that we literally spent all that time just adding the little lounge, you know, and
the bar was all set up all cool, like, you know
whatever
what I
it
mean?
is, you
Like,
know, all that stuff, just providing like a cooler environment almost makes you feel like you're not at a backyard, kind of. So that's, I guess, the idea of it.
yeah.
I
Take
mean,
you out of that, like, we're in somebody's backyard. Like,
Exactly.
No, you're in a
Your
little mini
atmosphere, that's
festival.
right.
Exactly.
You're in a
So it
little
has
mini
that
festival.
vibe, and I think that's what we're trying to like, you know, shoot for, and I'm hyped that, you know, people saw that.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit. So speaking of that, what goes into like the process when you guys are booking DJs? I know like for each event it's different, but like, you know, kind of like, what's like your like, okay, let's just take like Playground. What are you guys looking for when you guys are booking DJs? Because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of, if there's any DJs listening right now, that's always our question. Is
Yeah.
like, what sound do you have to have? Like,
No,
by
and there's
package,
honestly
like-
always DJs that are like, how can we get into what you guys are doing? Like,
Yeah.
who do we submit to?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do people submit to you, or
I think people, I mean, reach out to us. They'll direct message us for the most part. Maybe like newer DJs, newer artists. But for the most part, the way it works, it's like we have great friends. Obviously, they all play music, so we'll try to, you know, put maybe a couple of our guys, a couple of our friends, let's say, in the mix. And then we, you know, reach out to the bigger names that we think fit the party of the day. So it's a daytime vibe. So, I mean, we do our little research on our own, because, I mean, it's not like we're just flipping through a book and picking an artist. You know, it's just more like I get to go to this person's show, I've seen him play, I really like his music, I really like the crowd that he brings in the environment, the vibes he brings to a dance floor. Perfect. I think he fits for this daytime sun party, pool party. That's how I think every party's kind of booked, to be honest. Whether it's at a bar, whether it's at the after-hour underground vibes, you know, anything like that. Each lineup is literally just based off of like what we're trying to reach for that night. So
are you always scouting out in a sense? Like, you go to a show and you're like,
Yeah.
I could possibly bring this guy on.
Totally, it's kind of weird to say that. For the past, like, whatever, like, ever since we started, every other, like, I guess event or party I go to, like, I feel like I'm at work, but not really,
Yeah.
I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
It really
there,
is.
like,
It really is.
cool, who's this artist?
Well,
I try to
no, you don't
meet them.
You never drink.
Yeah, I mean, aside
Everybody's
that,
always fucked up, and the boss man is always sober as fuck,
Doing work.
trying to get you fucked up all the time, and it doesn't work because you're in business mode. Every
I mean,
single
I
time.
guess I'm technically having a lot of fun, to be honest. I mean, I'm still partying just as hard as any of you guys, I think. I just don't have a headache the next day.
I think it's like, it's definitely different going to events now, because now we go and we are. It's not that we're
'Cause now
scouting,
you own
but
it.
it's not that we're scouting, but there's always new artists that we want. There's always potential. There's always sounds that we're not used to hearing. Or we'll hear a set and we're like, hey, this person is in the scene. This person knows what he's doing. This person is friends with people who we know, and we want to give them a stage. And it just kind of works out for everyone involved. So we definitely look for new
what it really
talent.
is doing is just building our
building
community and our culture, because it's like we said, like we want to become friends with these people. We want to, start seeing each other more and more. Not just like, hey, I'm gonna book you and then like I'm never gonna fucking talk to you ever again. It's like I want to like see you again at another event and vice versa. So with all our artists, like we always welcome every artist that has ever played for us back. Every live painter, every vendor, you're always allowed to our events. Like you don't have to call me and like ask me to put you on a list. And I was like, just come. You're already on the list. Like don't worry about it.
That is true though. Every artist or vendor that's ever played or been a part of our event is always gonna attend or be able to attend our event for. They don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, if it's a paid
If
event,
you played for us, if
then
you've
no.
been vendor for us, if you've helped us set up a goddamn event, like you'll always come into our events for free, forever.
And that's cool. I mean,
Membership for life.
I still pay to support a lot of the times.
That's fucking awesome. Because
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
Helen
I'm
is
the
the
same
moon,
way.
you
I
guys.
guess.
Helen is the moon. You guys booked her, and now she feels like she's a part of this like
oh yeah,
full
Taro.
on
Helen Schmidt.
freaking,
Oh,
like,
Helen.
family
Terry.
Yeah,
community.
Terry.
Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
loves you guys. You
Helen's
guys did
awesome.
so much for her.
Shout out to Helen.
Yeah, Helen's
Yeah.
she was a tarot card reader that we
Yeah.
had pretty much have set up at Playground. So it added an extra dimension because
Yeah.
it wasn't just a background, it was a place that she
The
had
fact
her
that you
entire
guys
set up.
allow all these different types of artists to come in and just like share this moment
I mean,
and share the space.
We
is-
all came together under Unison Festival, to be
Yeah.
honest. That's how we all met, which
That's
was
what the
awesome.
That's the coolest part of it is like Laura found. So look, if you guys are listening, the woman you hear on the microphone right now is my fiance Laura.
Okay.
She's in the cut right now, but she's the one who found Helen. You work with her at Wanda.
I'm a
That's right.
900 block mixed plate music fangirl. I love these guys.
We love you.
She's
Yes,
the plug.
we love you
She's
so
the
much.
Plug. But yeah, and it's so funny when you guys are setting up Playground and like I thought I heard you say something about tarot reading. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm just, I didn't, but like, and then I saw her roll up and I was like, oh shit, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys call her to do that
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Which is, again, bringing it back to the whole shit. Like, it's a fucking community.
And that's the thing, though. Like, she took initiative too at the end. She
Yeah.
I mean, after Unison, she was actually like super hyped on what she was involved with,
Yes.
and now she's making initiative to push for it. Like, hey, like I want to be involved. I like what you guys are doing. That's all it takes. It's like
Yeah.
we're pretty much building this community one event at a time, as you can say.
She asked me, who do I talk to? And I said, Narc is your point of contact, honestly. Okay. She like
I mean, she did what you did, like you were saying earlier. She integrated herself.
Yeah.
You said that you were going to integrate yourself, and everyone that's welcome to integrate
Yeah.
themselves
So
as much as they want.
we try to. I think what it is too. It's like we're just picking like-minded individuals. Like I get a
Yes.
vibe off of you. Like I see plenty of artists play. I see plenty of painters play. But like if I reach out to one, I'm reaching out because I feel like a good connection with this person. And I think they should totally attend the party and be part of this culture.
Yeah, I think what you guys have built, what you guys are building, we're all building collectively. I want to talk about Unison for a little bit because I feel like that shit is pretty cool, man. Like, I mean, after meeting you guys, I was obviously just like down with what the fuck you guys are doing. What the fuck you guys need? Let's go. Let's do this shit.
Yeah.
I was glad that you guys like brought me in. You brought us in. You know what I mean? I'm so thankful. But so then I looked, and then actually from meeting you guys, that's how we met For Rhythm, Lewis, Teklopatic, Mashul, and like so it's just like now there's like, oh my god, it was like you guys opened the door to like the scene. I was
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
you guys are the door.
Yeah, you guys were the door.
900 block is the
That was
door.
the door, which was like, cause like
That's
both
awesome.
these two, like Laura and Hector, no. Hector,
Yeah.
like we weren't a part of anything. We just go to shows. We like
Yeah.
this shit, but we weren't like a part of anything.
Never.
Like,
And we were playing shows I was playing shows every so often. You
Yeah.
were playing more shows, but like still, we were just like, where can we find these people
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
to fit the puzzle for like ever? forever.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah.
We're just doing our own thing, try to like book little shows here and there, but like
Yeah.
not really like involved
Right.
with
Yeah.
like, people, which was a
It
huge
was
blessing.
it was all meant to be.
Yeah.
It,
I literally like
that's how it works.
like a year ago, there would be some people who were like, man, I wish I could play a show with these people, and I've played shows with them. Like it's crazy, just from meeting you guys and like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like from Low End Theory.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I know we just went on a little short break, but we're gonna take another break, guys, and you're gonna hear a little snippet of the homie Schmauser, who is arguably one of like I think the first time I heard him was at y'all stuff, and I was like,
Yes.
who is this fucking dude?
The most
Like,
amazing DJ anybody has ever
who's
found.
this Armenian ass
It's
fucking Lee
Schmauser.
Burridge fucking playing ass?
Schmauser,
Like,
the best.
who is this ethereal, just like taking me
Yeah.
into fucking space with his music,
day.
dude? Like,
Who you're
dream
playing back
about
to back with
Schmauser.
soon.
yeah,
He's the
and you're
best.
right.
Like
yeah.
you guys
He's the
mesh
best.
really well, man.
Shameless plug. I'm gonna be back to back with Schmauser.
Back to back.
At Adam Bar.
Yes.
But yeah, we're taking a little break, guys. Take a listen to some Schmauser and vibe the fuck out to this because it's dope. And we're back in a little bit. Schmauzer's live set from the last 900 Block Playground, which was again super amazing event. I think one of the coolest events going down in LA on the underground tip. But yeah, so let's talk about what is coming up next for you guys. What events you guys got coming up? You know.
Yeah. Next up, we actually have a radio show at 88.9 FM KXLU with Mystic Pete. Yeah, we're gonna have yourself. We're gonna have Elvika. We're gonna have Alix, Stefan CA. We're gonna have Schmauzer. And we're pretty much just going to be doing a radio show. We're going to be hosting a night with Mystic Pete. He does it from time to time, so we're definitely hyped to be. Yeah,
11 to 2.
11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Saturday night. We're going to be on the radio.
Yeah, Mama, we
August
made
19th.
it. And it's cool because like Mystic Pete has been doing these for I don't know how long has he
Very
been
long
doing
time.
it.
Very
Yeah,
long
for a
time.
while now. Yeah,
Very
which
long time.
is dope. You know, like there's not a whole lot of like underground dance music on the radio.
Yeah.
So like it's cool that there's like a I feel like he's like one of those dudes who's pushing it, which is thank you guys for booking me because I've
course.
seen all the
See,
other homies.
900 Block booked you.
Yo, it's
900 Block.
there's a
Speaking
plug.
That's the plug.
Speaking of, after
That's the plug.
after KXLU, after the radio show, we're going to be hosting a night at Pattern Bar in downtown LA.
That's right.
We're going to be
On the 24th.
August
of this
24th,
August
9 to
24th.
2 a.m.
Cool.
We've got, they're having a drink special, free CBD to every drink before 10 p.m. So that kind of gets people hyped to come out. Yeah, we're going to have yourself again, Alix. You're going to be doing a
Relax
back-to-back with
muscle.
Schmauzer,
Back to back with
Stefan CA, and the one and only Kenny Summit.
Hey, the homie Kenny Summit.
one-
Which,
only.
shameless
Good
plug,
for you.
Alik is also playing a show that night at Union.
That's right.
And Stefan
Big
C.
night on the
Yeah.
19th.
Is
Yeah.
that your guys' show?
No, that's
19th is with
Forward Rhythm.
Forward Rhythm.
Yeah,
It's,
it's Forward Rhythm mixed plate.
Four with the
Four.
mix plate, and then it's like Saturday
Bass.
night sessions. It's like
Baseline LA.
Baseline LA.
Yeah.
That one is like that's like a unison for everybody who doesn't really know everybody,
Yeah.
but it's still getting together. Till you know what it is? It's actually DJ Reza's birthday. So shout out if DJ Reza is fucking listening to this. That would be
birthday.
dope because he is like.
What's
he-
up, DJ Reza?
Reza is
I gotta
OG.
say, shout out Eureka the Butcher.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
fan, and I'm
Eureka the
actually
Butcher.
like opening for him, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's gonna be a big.
Pretty stoked.
That's gonna be like a fun night for all of us because it's
Yeah.
like it's crazy because like the whole squad's kind of like up that day. You got, like,
Yeah.
that's always a cool thing. Like when we there's multiple events going on and like we're all like just a part of it. That's I think one of the coolest things is that like it's showing growth. It's like we're doing shit. Like
It's family style.
yeah, it's family style. Like we may not be the biggest things, you be the biggest fish in the pond, but like we're doing something. You know, we're doing something. Like so, like the last unison party we had was dope because there was what's that homie's name? It's a V House. Yeah, the Relove guys. Like there people were cycling back and forth and like. There's no like animosity, nothing. It's just like, yo, we're just all
They were
around.
happy.
Yeah. There's like that's what's dope. Not to dance music shit again, but like the camaraderie. Like it's not like it's not the rap game. It's not like
Everybody's chill.
some like trying to step.
I mean,
over
that's the
somebody
thing.
else.
That's the thing
Like,
that I keep like thinking to myself about music. Like it doesn't matter what scene is happening. All the scenes can happen at the same time. There's a market share. Everybody has their own people that you can reach out to. You have your own crowd. You have your own musicians. You have your own sound.
Totally.
I don't even see us comparing to anybody else. Like
No,
any other
people,
crew.
People go where they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Where do you feel comfortable? And most people feel comfortable with the 900 Block crew.
Perfect.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
just
have
the
created.
truth.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's just the truth.
You guys have definitely created like an environment that is like
Yeah.
super welcoming and super friendly
Yeah.
and like that's what the whole thing's about, right? Just
Doing,
come be
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm just doing this for the people who are down to do it with us. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's all. I
And
just want to
that's-
have events, and I want people to come to those events, and I want them to
Yeah.
enjoy coming to the events, and I want the artists to be a part of it. And
And just grow with the culture, man. Just
Yeah.
keep pushing for it.
Right, well, shit, man. We're about to wrap this up because we are at Jose Alejo's house, the homie. He's throwing a party. We got Dirt Vibes on the mix right now. We're about to go have fun with a slip and slide joint. We want to thank the 900 Block, Jaden Narek for coming up and talking to us a little bit. And
shout out to
Thanks
Jose
for having
Alejo
us.
for letting us be here and do this podcast at his house.
Yeah. Shout out Jose Alejo. We're in this cool little like garage looking thing in the back house. And yeah, so
thanks for having us.
yeah, thank you guys for you guys for coming.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you guys again for listening in to the Mixed Plate Podcast. We appreciate you. Make sure to follow the 900 Block on all their social media. Everything's their handle is the 900 Block on Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, or even check out their website www.the900block.com. And make sure to keep up with us. We're on the social media. Everything's also it's Mixed Plate Music. Hopefully by the next podcast, we'll be able to have these up on the Apple Music Podcast app. I know it's a little bit difficult to stop and keep playing from where you left off on SoundCloud, but thank you for bearing with us. We appreciate everything. And yeah, we'll be back sometime soon. Thank you. We love you guys.